everybody, it's Hussein Kabani, your favorite broker. We have a problem and it's going to come up. The question is, what are you going to do about it? What I'm talking about is rising home prices, rising inflation, all of these shortages that are coming up. What are you actually going to do about it? There's two options the way that I see it. You could keep taking punches as long as you can, or you're going to be proactive about the situation and do something about it. Really, I want to gear this, I think it's relevant to a lot of people, but I want to gear this more towards younger millennials. I believe it or not, I do fall into that category of millennials, but I'm at that older range, but I'm really talking about the younger millennials over here. And I can understand the frustration that they have right now about not being able to get into the housing market. And that's really, upsetting, and it's like making them recalculate on what they can do. And I just want to share some thoughts here with you guys and maybe give you guys some ideas of how to approach this maybe a little bit differently. The number one thing I want to tell you guys is don't just sit back and take these hits, okay? Find out what you can actually do. What I find in conversations with younger millennials is that I ask them, so what do you qualify for? Or what's your credit score like? Or what's your debt income ratio? Or something like that. They have zero idea of any of these things. I think it's very important that you actually reach out to a mortgage broker. To me, I don't think I would go to a bank unless you're a little bit more seasoned, but I would actually reach out to a really good mortgage broker. And I have an awesome one. So if you guys need a contact, I'd be more than happy to share it with you. But you need to find out, okay, what you can actually qualify for. Like, how much of a mortgage are they willing to give you? Granted, I get it. Like, a townhouse right now is over $1 million, okay? And you're not gonna get $1 million mortgage. But guess what? They're gonna tell you that, surprisingly, that you can get a $250K or a $300K mortgage. And you're gonna tell me that's not a lot, but stay tuned, I have an idea for you. So the point is to figure out what you can actually do with what you have, okay? Because the basis of being able to go somewhere is to basically analyze what you have, the tools that you have with you, and how you can use those tools to build for yourself, to move it forward, okay? Another very basic thing I can tell you guys is that you got to budget and you got to cut out things, okay? Just because you graduated college or university and you got your first job, it doesn't entitle you to go and lease or finance a new car. Guys, I'm not trying to tell you to do what I did, but like for the longest time, I bought crappy used cars. So like, they were like $800, $1,000. Guys, I've driven cars that don't even go in reverse. In snowstorms, I used to park in front of snowbanks and hit the snowbank, and so I can just roll in reverse, okay? These are the things that if you're really motivated, that you can do. I'm not trying to tell you to do that, but the point is that you don't need to go out and blow out all your money on these things. I even went to a party recently in downtown where, at a hotel, and, I see all these 25-ish years old spending maybe $20 or $25 on drinks. And I can't even fathom that. Like, literally went in and just walked around for about an hour and a half and said, I can't really be in this spot. These are not smart ways to spend your money. I know it's a lot of fun probably to do it, and you want to enjoy these nice cars and things like that, but the main point is that if you don't work with what you have right now and build a nest egg for yourself, these things are things that you're only going to be able to enjoy right now, and you're never really going to have that financial flexibility or financial freedom or independence that most people are kind of looking for. So really, you got to kind of have a budget. My way of doing budgeting, and one day we're going to make this video and share it with you, is a very simple Excel sheet. Forecast out everything that you have to pay for. If you get paid bi-weekly, forecast out bi-weekly where your money is going to go, how much you're going to have to get, how much you're going to have left over. And the best advice I can tell you is keep yourself very tight. Once you've basically said, okay, I get paid X bi-weekly, these are my expenses bi-weekly, I have $400 left. If I were you, I would take 300 of it and put it right away into savings, okay? And just leave yourself a $100 buffer. I would continue to do this. I know it works. I know it doesn't sound like you're getting anywhere. I've personally have done this and it works, okay, guys? But this is the way that you actually start. So really living below what your means actually are right now. That's gonna really help you out. Now, moving forward, we know that there's a problem coming. We're already kind of in it. And I personally think the problem's going to get a lot bigger if you're not proactive about it. And I think right now is the time that you got to step up and be proactive about what's going on. Look, I get it that in the GTA, you're probably not going to be able, most people watching this right now anyways, are not going to be able to go buy almost any type of property on their own. So maybe the idea right now is that maybe you don't have to buy into the GTA market. There are so many other markets that are so affordable that could probably even generate positive cash flow once you've put some money down onto it, okay? So for example, I heard about this property out in Sarnia, okay? It's about $280,000. You put your 20% down payment on this property, call it about $50,000. You have a positive cash flow, about $800 a month. Like, that's massive amounts of money to get as a positive cash flow from this. And now you're going to tell me that you don't have $50,000. Well, do you have $25,000? Do you have a buddy that has $25,000? Cautionary note here, go back and watch my video about investment partners and who you should partner with. It's going to help you out with this next step. But partner up with somebody, okay? Somebody that you trust, that has a long-term mindset like you as well. Or maybe you can afford to buy something for $280 and rent it out in a different marketplace. Guess what? That property is going to appreciate. At least you're in the housing market. Even if you have to go out and rent, you know, that property out there in Sarnia, if you choose to buy it, is going to continue to appreciate. What's going to happen 3 to 5 years from now? Maybe you still can't buy in the GTA market, but guess what? You're in the Sarnia market. What you're going to be able to do is refinance that property, and you're going to be able to buy another one over there and keep this thing going, okay? So at one point, if you really want to buy a property in the GTA, you're going to be able to. You're going to be able to sell off these investments, and you're going to be able to get your own home. Again, the point is that if we don't look for these opportunities and be creative and think outside of the box, outside of the GTA, you're going to get stuck and you're going to become someone that's going to end up renting all the time as well, which is not a bad thing. Because what you really want to do is invest in appreciating assets. So the house would be an appreciating asset. I'm going to tell you about stocks, and I'm not going to tell you a whole lot because I suck at picking stocks, okay? What I have realized is that I have really bad picks in stocks because I listen to other people. Other people tell me, oh, I made a boatload of money on this, you should buy this. And that's usually not the right call for anybody, okay? Do your own due diligence, do your own research. I've started to learn about things like ETFs and investing in the S&P 500. And I'm not going to tell you about it because I don't want you to take my advice on it, but I think it's worth for you guys to investigate. I think that even though that you're not going to get a long-term gain or a short-term gain on it, I think the long-term is going to be massive for anyone to be investing into this thing. The key to it is it's going to be a long-term investment. That spreadsheet that we were talking about, if you have $300 left over, maybe the right idea is to put it into a tax-free savings account and then put that money into an index fund or buy into the S&P 500. Again, I don't want to tell you stock tips, but I'm trying to buy into maybe a little bit of bank stocks because over the long run they've been good. Buy into energy stocks over the long run, they've been good. I've had a very short period of time holding it and it's done better. I'm not saying it's huge, but it's done better than any of the stuff I bought on a whim. So the real point is to investigate what these appreciating assets are and buy into these appreciating assets. And lastly, what I want to try to tell you guys is this. I know that everyone wants to make money quickly and build wealth quickly, but unfortunately, it's a very slow process, okay? If you want to do it correctly and have it for your lifetime and help build generational wealth, if that's your goal, that's my goal. My goal is that I want 5 generations from now to look back and say, wow, this guy actually started something that's really supporting this thing and moving it forward and continuing to move it forward. That's my goal as a person. So if you guys have goals like that, or even just you want to have a peaceful life, it's going to be slow. I really started this process when I was 21. I'm going to be 39 this year. So it's been a long time that I have been playing with this. I can't say that I'm anywhere near anyone that at the top of the, any 39 or 40-year-old. There's so many people that are doing so much better than I, but I'm very content with where I am at. But it was a very, very, very slow growth to get to even what I'm doing. And I do live, for the most part, a comfortable lifestyle. And I'll leave you with it as well is that, I recently went through a book. It's called Money of Psychology. I encourage all of you guys to kind of go through it. Very easy book to read or listen to. I listened to it on Audible. Psychology of Money, very, very easy to listen to. Download it on Audible. Audible is free, guys. Just download one thing and cancel your membership. You can still keep the book. So you have no excuses here. Get the book. But it really tells you that, it's going to be small gains, small gains. The point of it is that you have to be very consistent with it. You have to survive to thrive. So you have to survive these up and down markets, and that's how you're going to be able to thrive. Whether you're going to do it through stocks, whether you're going to do it through real estate investment, but you got to be invested in appreciating assets overall. Otherwise, all of the fancy cars and parties that you're going to, I hate to tell you that, unless you have Bank of Mom and Dad backing you up, it's really going to end up pointless. That's my personal opinion. I hope this helps you guys out. I would love to connect with you guys if you have any questions about this, and even help you try to map a basic template of what you might be able to do. More than happy to help you guys out. Connect with me. My email is simple. It's info@getkabani.com. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please like it, share it with your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel. We are always putting out, I believe, awesome videos. So hit the notification button so you will be alerted when these awesome videos come out. Please follow me on Facebook and Instagram @GetKabani. And until next time, guys, remember one thing: get Kabani, get sold.
Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold.